Vamos, brothers and sisters, it's your boy JT, and we're back here with another episode of the Peacock Post, delivering your news when you need it. And there is so much talk around about Jack Harrison right now, and I thought I wanted to sit down with my brethren, my sisterin, my brothers and my sisters, and just, get the lowdown on all this situation surrounding Jack Harrison, because I've heard a lot of polarizing information coming out of the Leeds United fan base over Jack Harrison this season. He started off the season like an absolute house on fire. Jesus, I can't even speak because that's how hot he was at the beginning of the season. However, unfortunately, recently, seems like someone's doused that fire, not in gasoline, but a damp cloth and quite a bit of cold water. So it does look like that fire is disintegrating. However, after an impressive performance on the weekend, there has been a lot of talk about Jack Harrison potentially receiving a bumper new contract in order to steer away a lot of transfer talks from other clubs. Now, the story does emerge saying that Orta offers to double, that is right, double Jack Harrison's salary in order to keep him at Elland Road. That is right, they are trying to make him the highest paid player at the club. He will be overtaking Rodrigo Moreno as that highest paid player. Media sources are suggesting that Leeds are prepared to double his current package to £80,000, overtaking Rodrigo as the highest paid player at the club. Will Harrison want to stay whilst the financial package may satisfy his monetary demises? Leeds' ambitions on the pitch fall a long way short of what is expected of them, and this is exactly what I've been talking about recently. I said it in my last video, I've said it to a lot of people surrounding Leeds' position at the moment. We're falling into what is mid-table mediocrity, and a lot of fans that I've spoken to seem to be saying, yeah, well, we're there or thereabouts of where we should be at this current moment in the season. We should be probably aiming to finish around 12th position. We should be finishing to aim around 14th, 15th. And I'm saying, look, if we finish lower half of the table, we're not going to be able to keep a player like Jack Harrison. We're not going to be able to potentially even keep a player like Bamford. We're going to be left in a situation where we lose our best players and then we have to reinvest. We have to reinvigorate the squad, and we're left in what is quite a tetchy situation if you are trying to build a project where you do move towards Europe. And this is what Jack Harrison could potentially be looking at. Now, is it imperative that we keep Jack Harrison? That's the question. Well, let's delve into his stats a little bit, shall we? Let's delve into his statistic-aronies. Now, this season, he's played 8 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. So it was better before. It was 6 games, 1 goal, 3 assists. But now it's 8 games. So that's still 4 goal contributions in 8 games. 4 goal contributions in 635 minutes, which is a good return. A very decent return if you are an attacking winger, especially in the system that we do play. However, goals and assists have been a problem for Leeds United. So we could do with him pitching a few more. However, these numbers in comparison to what he was delivering before is what makes this very, very impressive. If we go into his stats for last season, 10 goals and 2 assists over 38 appearances. So that's 12 goal contributions in 38 appearances as opposed to 4 in 8. So he's already on record to break that. And the thing that makes it even more exciting if you are looking from a Leeds contingency is the fact that 8 of those goals came in 2022. The guy's got 9 goals and 3 assists in 2022 for Leeds. Now, that is very, very high numbers, and these are the numbers that most people like myself would bring up when you're talking about Jack Harrison potentially going in for the England squad. He is very improved. He is rapidly improving year on year, and there is certainly an argument to be said that he is our most valuable asset at the club. So for Leeds to put him on that bumper new contract, I think it's very much deserved. I think it is all very much deserved if you are a Leeds fan. Now, let's have a little deeper look into those stats and what exactly he is offering the club. Now, most of what he does for Jesse Marsch that Jesse Marsch is going to love is all in this percentile here, where it's basically his off-the-ball work. Now, this is very key for Jesse Marsch and the pressing football he likes to play. He's spoken before in depth about his philosophy, his zonal philosophy, about how he likes his players to potentially just see the man in front of them and put everything into getting him. He doesn't want them to try and, you know, attack the space and see who's around him, whether it's smart to press or not. You have your man, and when your man's there, you go for him no matter what, even if it means running 30 yards and having someone have to cover your position. That's what he wants you to see. And look at these numbers from Jack Harrison: 87 pressures, 20.26 pressures per 90, 1.95 pressures per 90, 1.36 interceptions per 90, 1.95 blocks per 90, putting him in the 94th percentile of blocks, which for an attacking player is extremely high. Even look at this, non-penalty goals. He is in the 67th percentile, and he's not a striker. He's not a striker. He's someone playing out wide. He's someone expected to do a lot of the attacking work out wide, because we're not getting any width out on that left-hand side from our fullback, because Stroik's been playing there. So you're having to use Harrison to do a lot of the work to cover it up. And I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think he is someone that we can replace if you're a Leeds fan? Do you think that it's worth potentially losing him and going big for Gakpo? I don't really see them as playing in a similar position or occupying a similar role. I think if we are going to build forward, it is imperative that we keep Jack Harrison, to be honest. And I think Gakpo could be a good addition, but I think he's someone that would have to place elsewhere. And in terms of consistency of performances, Jack Harrison is one guy who, if you are Jesse Marsch, is going to turn up every day, every week, and actually perform very well. So it's very imperative that we do keep him if we are going to move forward. But yeah, like I said, really interested to hear what you guys have to say. One's in the chat, one's in the comment section down below if you think that we can't afford to lose Jack Harrison. If not, let me know why, and let me know who you would replace him with, / where you would put that money, / maybe you don't think it's wise to use that much money on new wages. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But in the other news of the day, or of the week, mostly of the day of Leeds United, there was some talk about Eddie Gray basically coming out and saying that he doesn't believe that Leeds should be in a worrisome position surrounding Jesse Marsch and the football we've played. He says that we've been rather unfortunate with the losses that we have had, especially compared to the performances that we've put in for those losses. The other scarier news, if you're a Leeds fan, is surrounding Arsenal, and that is that Gabriel Jesus has been told to stay at home and not go over to their trip to Norway. He has been told not to go to Norway on the weekend and instead stay at home training, ready for that Sunday fixture against Leeds United. Obviously, you'd hope that he would go over there and get a little bit more tired. However, it doesn't seem like that is going to be the case. Ali McCoy has also been out there making the headlines, saying that bright Leeds United target isn't ready for the Premier League. Obviously, talking about the young Rangers man, Leon King, who Leeds United have been told to be having a strong invested interest in over recent times, obviously due to our defensive fragility at the back. Now, one other story surrounding the Champions League, which isn't good for Leeds, isn't good for Barcelona, isn't good for my boy Rafinha, is that Leeds could be missing out on a £12 million euro payment, which was subject to Barcelona winning the Champions League, and it looks like they are basically out of it. They drew last night in what was a cracking game against Inter Milan. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because that was popping off in the 90th minute. There were more shots than a goddamn 50 Cent diss track. But unfortunately, if you are Barcelona, you may have kept yourself in it with that 92nd minute equaliser from Lewandowski. However, they have really got their work cut out for them. They're trailing the group by 3 points in order to get promotion to the knockout stages, and it doesn't look like it is going to happen for them, and it doesn't look like Leeds are going to get that extra 12 million euros this year round. But those are the stories in the news. Let me know what you guys think about all of that down in the comment section down below. Are you happy about Jack Harrison? Do you want to keep Jack Harrison? Are you happy to sell Jack Harrison? And obviously all the other topics that we have covered today. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.